Our pitch is about a film that we thought of called Vicini, and the reason we called it this is because it's Latin for neighbour, and the main character is called Mr. Vicini, and basically it's about him being a killer, and he moves into new neighbourhoods and kills everyone on the street, his neighbours, and that's basically the whole point, and the story is him moving into a new neighbourhood. And we have a summary here of the opening scene that we're thinking. We were thinking of having credits, and then we were going to have Mr. Vicini moving into his new house, eating breakfast, doing everyday things. And then eventually he has a problem with a kid called Malcolm who dies in the end of the scene. But we can go more depth into just the credit part. So.
Okay, so these are the opening credits. This is a storyboard we made. So we start off with Safety Pin Productions, which is something we sort of come up with. And then it goes straight to the idea of, firstly we thought about the idea of him going through a newspaper, looking through the estate plot info, and he's crossing out a house each time we go through. So we go for a shot, we fade, we go into association with Mountain Brew, something else we come up with quickly. And it shows him crossing out all these houses, and you see him turn, still crossing, and it goes to the end. Then we see him circle one house which says for sale. So this is the house that he's going to move in because he's the neighbour. But the reason we have here that you don't actually see his face, we wanted it to be quite mysterious, because obviously if we see someone's face who's just crossing out things on a page, it doesn't look very scary. But here it's blue. We've decided to change it to red, and we're going to have him when he's crossing it to be quite brutal, because it obviously shows if it's red, brutal, it could be seen as quite like killer, like him crossing out something in red. Again, we did want to use something with a car, and how a car's driving through a city, but we thought we've got to have time, it's only a 2-minute opening. So yeah, we've decided this as I think it works. It keeps the story mysterious, and it gives a good basis of a man moving into a house and how he's chosen this house on purpose. So, yeah.
Still can't believe my mom didn't come to that one.
She has some things to do.
You met this guy?
He's in school.
Seems like she's rushing you to things.
He was seeing me. I got something to show you. Oh, I'm so happy to have you home. Michael, this is Dave.
Good fun to meet you.
Your return makes us complete. Family is the most important thing.
Give it a chance. Are you going to do something stupid?
Like what?
Getting sent back to military school?
We're gonna put this family back together. You and me, father and son. Stepfather. Stepfather.
What do you guys think of the new bucket?
He's nice. Yeah, he takes us to the movies and stuff.
Watch it.
Your mom says you don't want to see him.
Yeah, I'm not doing the best.
I'm just a little freaked out that your mom's marrying a stranger. On TV, I saw this woman who drove off a bridge with her 3 kids.
I really disappointed her.
Mrs. Cutter, how are you? Did you happen to see America's Most Wanted last night?
What you want?
She had seen the story about this killer, and the police sketches look just like you.
Wait, that's not like my hit with the neighbors.
You gotta think I look like
It could be anybody. Did you close your door?
people might get the wrong idea about her. What do you suppose people think about you moving in with my mother?
What's going on?
The old woman across the street, she fell down her stairs and broke her neck.
John, turn that down now!
Mother said, turn it down.
Have a great day.
Did you ever lay a hand on one of my kids
I
again?
was just trying to show him a little discipline.
What do you even know about this guy? He's hiding something.
It doesn't mean
Okay, so location and lighting. For location, we've chosen a house on the street. The house we've chosen is one of my family members, so we have permission, planned permission. The street he lives on is quite quiet. You see a lot of casual dog walkers, which we think will really link in the film. So we want it to be we don't want it to seem scary, which adds more to the suspense of the film with some random guy moving into a nice house but being a killer in the end. So.
And the lighting, we decided high key lighting, but of course we have to be careful with natural light as well, because we want it to be like a nice summer's day, like that perfect kind of day, you know, the stereotypical perfect day in America, which is what we all like to say it in. But we've got winter coming up now, so it gets darker during the day, so we have to sort of like find a way to work around that in a way, or just accept it as it is.
Okay, so characters. We have two characters, Mr. Vicini and Malcolm. Mr. Vicini will be seen wearing a smart black 1950s style suit. We chose to dress him like this to stay within the 1950s theme and to like keep with the idea of happiness, so not make it look scary straight away. And like as you see on billboards and stuff, you see the man with the suit on looking very happy. But obviously in this film it's going to turn it in the end and hopefully make it quite scary instead.
Malcolm, which is the boy, he's going to be wearing t-shirt, shorts, socks and Converse, and this is done to make him look like a typical boy from 1950s America, and once again stay within our film. He would look unexpected to be murdered as he is a very innocent child who hasn't done anything wrong.
Okay, so props. For opening scene we'll be using the following props. We'll use Charles' bike, which will be Malcolm's bike, which he rides on. We're going to try and make it like squeaky, because if you hear a kid with a squeaky bike, you sort of think, oh, he's cute. So
We've got a radio, which is going to be playing the jazz music that Mr. Vicini listens to in his house. So it's just like casual family life music.
So there's knives, which are usually used in horror conventions. You never really see a crazy man with a gun. It's always a knife because it adds more pain. So we have followed the conventions. We think if you want it to be successful, you do need to play along the lines of the conventional horror movie.
Bin bag for when he takes out the rubbish in the rubbish scene.
Again, we have a lollipop for Malcolm, so again you feel a bit more sorry for him when he gets taken, because you see a little kid on a bike with a lollipop, you sort of instantly drawn towards him.
And then vegetables, which he's chopping.
And then the saucepans, which you push the vegetables in, just to show like household objects and how he's going to sort of act like a normal guy in the house, but really he's the complete opposite.
Okay, so the audience for our film, we've chosen age 12, as it has an element of comedy, but only like a few scenes of violence.
The reason we haven't chosen 15 is because like there is a sense of murder in the film, but you don't really see it. You don't really see him brutally kill anyone. So we just thought you only really see the after effect, so you don't really need to have a 15 thing on it if there's no gore or anything really.
As violence in 12, you shouldn't dwell on detail. There will be evidence of blood, but it will be not emphasised on the occasional moments of gore are okay.
So if we go back over here, we have a couple of mood boards. We can quickly explain some of our brief ideas and give you a better view on the story.
So this is our initial ideas and mood boards we got. It's like the first planning we ever did, and I'll eventually come up with a film poster you'd like to see on the side of a bus stop or something like that. But yeah, so we got Vicini written, and then obviously him appearing through the house, and then we wanted to make it look like a kid drew all this. So obviously by Malcolm, then it's got my house, Billy's house, there are all his friends. Then Creepy Man doesn't know his name, which shows a bit more mystery to Vicini. Then it says, come into a neighbourhood near you, and there goes the neighbourhood would be a slogan. So that's what we got for the poster.
So this is what Mr. Vicini would look like. It's an artist's impression. So basically he's quite a well-groomed man, sort of man you sort of think, oh yeah, he's quite attractive, he can be a nice guy. You don't really see him as a killer. You see an ugly man who's quite weird and you think, oh, he's a bit odd, but this guy seems completely normal. Here is our basic ideas. We did go through different ideas at the start. As you can see, idea 3 was the one we chose. It just says how we had a stepfather, how we wanted to go for sort of 1950s like look, kid on a bike, and how he kills him. He's sort of taking out the trash here. Yeah.
And
on that one?
no, that was when we branched off from that and made our own Mr. Vicini to put on the slide. Then we just went through like different ways we could represent the title. But that is basically our picture, I think.